Far away in the heart of a lush, green meadow, there was a buzzing, bustling colony of ants who were always on a mission. These ants were lively little creatures, scurrying back and forth tirelessly. Their queen, Antonia, was wise and always reminded them of the importance of working hard to store food for the chilly winter ahead. One fine morning, while the sun bathed the meadow in a warm golden glow, the ants were busy gathering seeds, leaves, and tiny berries. They shuffled to and fro, creating a little parade of work behind them. Amongst the traders of the winged creatures lived a grasshopper named Glen. Glen liked to bask in the sunlight, chirping a merry tune on his fiddle. "Oh, do come join me," Glen called to the ants in his melodic voice. "The sky is clear, and the day is perfect for a tune or two." But the ants, with their hearts set on the future, shook their tiny heads. "We must work while the days are warm," replied one of the ants named Ada. "Winter will soon turn the meadow white with snow." Glen chuckled, stretching lazily. "Winter is miles away. There is plenty of time to play." Day after day, Glen watched as the ants trooped around, busy with their tasks. Each ant, under Queen Antonia's guidance, had a role. Some carried food, others cleaned the tunnels, while some watched for danger. Their unity was like a finely woven tapestry, each thread essential. But Glen, however, continued to strum his fiddle, his days filled with music and his nights under the stars. As summer gave way to autumn, the meadow turned from green to a palette of orange and brown. The chill in the air was a gentle reminder of what was to come. The ants quickened their pace, storing food in their underground home as the grass above turned crisp with the frost of early mornings. One frosty day, Glen awoke to find the meadow blanketed in a thick carpet of snow. His breath hung in the air like the frozen branches above. The sun, his faithful companion, was no longer warm, and there were no leaves to shelter under, no grass to eat. Hunger gnawed at him, and Glen realized, much to his dismay, that all the leisure had left him unprepared. Finally, Glen decided to hop over to the ants' mound. As he tapped gently on their tiny door, he felt a tinge of regret. When the door swung open, Glen was met with the warmth of their home and the bustling activity within. Queen Antonia approached the shivering grasshopper, her eyes kind yet knowing. "Glen, dear friend, how can we help you today?" she asked. Glen, humbled and a tad bashful, looked at his friends. "Antonia, I am sorry I mocked your hard work. Winter has caught me by surprise, and I find myself without food or shelter." The queen nodded, her face softening. "We all must learn the value of preparation, dear grasshopper. Your music brought joy to our hardworking days. Come, we will share our warmth and food with you, and perhaps, when summer returns, you could help us gather next year." Glen smiled gratefully, realizing that friendship and wisdom were indeed more valuable than an endless summer of play. He settled into the mound, the sounds of ant chatter embracing him like a comforting blanket. And so it was that Glen the Grasshopper learned the value of training for hard times while enjoying the present.